Let me paint you a picture. Two 3D artists. Same amount of years in the game. Both genuinely skilled. Both working hard. One of them is grinding through Fiverr gigs, charging $50 for renders, constantly chasing clients, barely making rent. The other one just turned down an $8,000 project because they were already booked. Same skill level. Completely different realities. And the difference wasn't talent. It wasn't even experience. It was which skills they chose to develop. Because here's the thing most people in this space don't want to admit. Not all 3D skills pay the same. Not even close. And if you're spending your time mastering the wrong ones, you could be building a beautiful portfolio that leads exactly nowhere. So in this video, we're going to fix that. Here's exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to rank the highest paying 3D skills in 2026. Not based on what sound impressive, not based on what's trending on ArtStation, but based on where actual money is moving in the industry right now. Client budgets, studio hiring trends, freelance market rates. That's what we're working from. I'll also tell you honestly which skills used to pay well and are now commoditized, because the last thing you want is to spend 6 months learning something that the market has already moved on from. And at the end, I'm going to show you the specific skill combination that I think represents the highest ceiling for a 3D artist in 2026. Not just one skill, a stack. Because that's really how the top earners are positioning themselves right now. Let's get into it. Before I give you the list, I need to establish something first, because if you don't understand this, the list won't make sense. There's a concept I want you to keep in your head throughout this whole video. I call it the replacement gap. The replacement gap is basically the distance between what AI and automation can currently do in 3D and what clients actually need. The skills that sit inside that gap, the ones AI can't reliably handle yet, the ones that require genuine human judgment, taste, and technical complexity, those are the skills commanding premium rates right now. And here's what's interesting. That gap is not where most people think it is. Most artists assume the safe zone is pure technical complexity. Like, if I learn the most complicated software, I'm irreplaceable. But that's actually not the main driver of high rates right now. There's something else going on. Something that has more to do with how you think than what software you know. I'll come back to that. But first, the list. Let's start here because this one is accessible, the market is real, and if you're not doing it yet, you're leaving money on the table. Product visualization, meaning CGI renders of physical products for marketing, e-commerce, advertising. This market has not slowed down. If anything, it's accelerating. Brands have figured out that a skilled 3D artist can deliver a cleaner, more controllable, more cost-effective result than a traditional photo shoot for a lot of product categories. Electronics, furniture, cosmetics, automotive accessories, packaged goods. All of this is fair game. The floor rate for competent product visualization freelancers right now is around $500 to $800 per image for mid-tier clients. Specialists working with premium brands or agencies are charging $1,500 to $3,000 per shot. And retainer arrangements, where a brand just keeps you on a monthly rate to handle their ongoing content needs. Those can run $3,000 to $6,000 a month. What makes someone worth that rate? Clean topology, proper material work, and most importantly, understanding light. Product Viz is 70% lighting. If you can make a product look better in CGI than it does in a real photo, you're worth every dollar. The ceiling here is real, but it's not the highest one on this list. This one has quietly become one of the most in-demand skills in the entire creative industry, and a lot of 3D artists are sleeping on it. Here's the reality. Every brand needs video content. Every agency needs motion. And the demand for motion work that blends 2D design sensibility with 3D depth. Think title sequences, brand animations, UI or UX motion, social media loops, is genuinely massive right now. The artists who can operate in Cinema 4D or Blender and bring that work into After Effects, who understand timing and easing and design principles. Not just 3D modeling. Those artists are booked. Rates in this space for freelancers run from $75 to $150 per hour at the mid-level, with senior motion artists and studios charging $200 to $300 per hour on project work. For a 30-second brand animation with 3D elements, $3,000 to $8,000 is a completely normal project fee. And because most pure motion designers don't have deep 3D skills, and most 3D artists don't have strong design and timing instincts, the overlap is rare. That rarity is the value. This is the one that's growing the fastest, and I don't think most artists fully appreciate how big this is becoming. Virtual production, using LED volumes and real-time rendered environments on set instead of green screen, has moved from experimental to standard in a lot of film and commercial production over the last few years. And it runs almost entirely on Unreal Engine. But here's the thing, it's not just film sets. Real-time 3D is being used for live events, concert visuals, sports broadcasts, brand experiences, architecture and interior design visualization, automotive reveals. The applications keep expanding because real-time rendering is just fundamentally more flexible than traditional offline rendering for any situation that involves live presentation or rapid iteration. Studios and production companies are actively struggling to find people who genuinely know Unreal Engine at a production level. Not just someone who opened it once and followed a YouTube tutorial, but someone who understands level building, Nanite, Lumen, MetaHuman, virtual camera systems, the whole pipeline. Salaries for real-time 3D artists at studios in this space, not entry-level, but genuinely competent, are running $70,000 to $120,000 in established markets. Freelance day rates for virtual production work can hit $500 to $1,200 per day for experienced artists. If you're not building Unreal skills right now, I genuinely think you're going to feel that in 2 or 3 years. Okay, here's where we get into the thing I hinted at earlier. The thing that has more to do with how you think than what software you know. The highest earning individual contributors in 3D aren't usually the most technically skilled person in the room. They're the ones who can lead the vision, who can take a brief from a client or a director and translate it into a concrete visual direction, who can art direct a team, maintain consistency across a project, and make high-stakes creative decisions under pressure. Art direction is a skill. It sounds soft, but it is absolutely a learnable, developable skill. And it is chronically underdeveloped in the 3D community because most artists are trained to execute, not to direct. Led 3D artist and art director roles at studios, in games, film, advertising. These command $90,000 to $150,000 plus in salary positions. Freelance creative directors working with agencies on campaign work regularly charge $1,000 to $2,500 per day. And here's the thing about this skill. AI cannot art direct. It can generate. It can execute on a prompt. But the judgment, the taste, the ability to evaluate whether something is working and know exactly what needs to change and why. That's a human skill. That's squarely in the replacement gap I mentioned. The more you develop your eye, your design vocabulary, your ability to communicate visual ideas and lead a creative process, the more irreplaceable you become. Period. This is the one. This is the highest ceiling. I'm talking about 3D skills applied to industries where the stakes are so high that quality is non-negotiable and budgets reflect that. Medical visualization, aerospace and defense simulation, automotive design and engineering visualization, architectural visualization at the luxury and developer level, legal and forensic 3D reconstruction. These industries do not care what's trending on ArtStation. They care about accuracy, reliability, and technical credibility, and they pay accordingly. A medical visualization artist creating 3D content for pharmaceutical advertising or surgical training. $80,000 to $140,000 salary range, or $150 to $300 per hour freelance. Architectural visualization studios working on luxury real estate and large-scale development projects. Lead artists earning $80,000 to $130,000, with senior principals at boutique studios earning significantly more. The barrier to entry is the point. These industries require you to understand their domain, not just 3D. A medical visualization artist needs to understand anatomy. An Archviz specialist needs to understand materials, light, construction, and how architects actually think and communicate. That domain knowledge combined with 3D skill is what creates the premium. Most 3D artists never go deep on an industry. They stay generalist because it feels safer. But specialization is actually where the security is and where the money is. Okay, I promised you the skill combination that I think represents the highest ceiling right now. Here it is. Real-time 3D fundamentals, specifically Unreal Engine, as your technical backbone. A specialized industry or application, whether that's product viz, Archviz, virtual production, medical, whatever resonates with you, as your focus area. An art direction sensibility layered on top. The ability to not just execute, but to lead and communicate visual ideas. That stack, real-time technical skill, industry specialization, and creative leadership is exceptionally rare, and the market rewards rare. You don't build that overnight, but you also don't need all three simultaneously right now. Pick the one you're furthest from and start there. Now here's the question I know some of you are already asking. Okay, I know what to learn, but how do I actually get clients or a job in these higher paying areas when I don't have the portfolio or experience to show yet? Because that's the real wall, right? It's a catch-22. You need the work to build the portfolio, but you need the portfolio to get the work. Except, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot lately, that catch-22 is way more solvable than most artists realize. There's a specific approach to building credibility and attracting higher value clients, even when you're in the middle of transitioning your skills. And it has almost nothing to do with cold outreach or posting more on Instagram. That's the next video. And if the gap between where your skills are and where your income is has ever frustrated you, you're going to want to watch it. So let's bring it home. The highest paying 3D skills right now are not the flashiest ones. They're the ones with real industry demand, real replacement gaps, and real barriers to entry that keep the market from getting saturated. Product visualization, motion graphics with 3D, real-time and virtual production, art direction, and specialized technical 3D for high-value industries. That's your number one. Build toward the stack. Pick your focus. Go deep rather than wide. If this gave you clarity on where to point your energy, subscribe, because everything on this channel is built specifically for 3D artists who are serious about turning this into a real, sustainable career. Hit the bell so you catch the next video on how to actually land higher-paying clients without starting from scratch. And drop a comment right now. Which of these 5 skills are you closest to? Which one surprised you the most? I'm genuinely curious, and I read every single one. See you in the next one.